Video 1, week 8, we have in here, I'm going to teach you how to find the volume of a cylinder. So the first thing that we need to know is the formula. This is pretty easy. The formula is a given, and the only thing that you have to do is determine and get the values from the figure so you can replace them in the formula and find the final value. That's it. So here we're going to go. And I have an example from a problem. First thing that you need to know is volume of a cylinder equals, and then we have in here to know, we need to know three things. The first one is we need to determine, or we need to know, or we need to replace the value of pi. And as you should know, pi equals 3.14. This is a constant. So you know, and you will always know the value of pi. R represents the radius. So the radius of the figure. And then H will represent the height. Okay? So those are the three things that we need. Pi is given, it's known, radius and height, and usually they will give you this. If we have more time, I will give you problems where you need to find the volume and you need to find the height, but you know the volume. But for this case, you only need to find the volume. Pretty easy. So the first thing that I'm going to do in here is identify R and H. Now the radius, if you remember from 7th grade and 6th grade, it is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. So what is the distance in here? 4 centimeters. And then how much is your height? Your height equals 11 centimeters. After we identified the radius and the height, we need to replace these values in the formula. So the volume of the cylinder equals, for this example, I'm going to use all the units so you see where are the units at the end. Pi, which we said it is 3.14. It doesn't have any units. Then the radius, which is 4 centimeters. But if I look at the formula, it says radius squared. And then times the height, which is 11 centimeters. So your volume is going to be equal to. So according to PEMDAS, parenthesis goes first. So whatever is inside the parentheses that we have in here that represent multiplication, so we have nothing to do with them. The next thing that we have to do according to PEMDAS is exponents. So the first thing that we need to do is get rid of this second power that we have in here. So remember that 4 to the second power equals 4 times 4. Let me open the calculator. So we have 4 to the second power, that's 16. And if I had centimeters and I'm squaring the centimeters, that's going to be centimeters squared. So you can see here at the bottom. And then I'm going to drop the 3.14. And I'm going to drop the 11 centimeters as well. So the volume is going to be equal to, grab your calculator and you're going to multiply 3.14 times 16 times 11. So 552.64. And this is the other thing I wanted to mention here. What are the units? You are multiplying centimeter square times centimeter. How many centimeters I have? 3. I'm multiplying 3 centimeters. That means that my units are centimeters cubed. And that's the unit that we use for volume. So remember to the third power every single time. That's all you have to do.